Good evening, I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service, the Alaska statewide weather. Before we get into the weather forecast for the remainder of the day, it is important to mention that throughout much of mainland Alaska, there will be multiple warnings and advisories that are going to impact the state starting tonight and going through much of the day on Thursday into Thursday night for some areas. Please check our website for further details in any of these areas. So for the weather for the remainder of the day, we do have our big system that will cause all those warnings out over the Bering Sea right now, bringing up a lot of warm air with it, starting to show in some rain for the central Aleutian Islands, extending out over much of the Bering. Snow starting to make its way to the southwest coast of the state, but out over mainland Alaska right now, some isolated snow showers throughout much of the interior, west coast, and along the Arctic slope, pushing all the way down into the south central, with a mixture of snow and rain for the panhandle. For tonight, that system out over the Bering will push further inland, moving through much of southwest Alaska, pushing the snow and blowing snow all the way up from the Seward Peninsula up towards the Arctic coastline out west, with freezing rain coming in behind the snow over areas of southwest Alaska, switching over to all rain along the coastline. Still warm enough out over the Bering and Aleutian Islands to see rain there, but as we get further off to the west, that's going to transition over to snow. High pressure over mainland Alaska, keeping much of the precip out over the eastern part of the state pretty light, with some light snow showers out over the area and then some snow and rain showers out over the panhandle. For Thursday, snow and rain showers going to continue for the panhandle, pretty light, but as we go out over mainland Alaska, the system pushing well into the state now, bringing snow and blowing snow through much of the interior, western parts of the Arctic coastline, west coast of the state from Seward Peninsula further to the north, with freezing rain conditions pushing even further into southwest Alaska with rain along the Bristol Bay and Kuskokwim Delta coastlines. Rain continuing down further to the south along the frontal system out over the eastern Aleutian Islands, and getting cold enough behind the system to go back to snow as we get further off towards the western Aleutian Islands. Then on Friday, that system will have dissipated, but there will still be lingering snow throughout much of the interior, west coast, and along the Arctic coastline, with instability remaining throughout much of that area. Out over the Panhandle area, low pressure will bring in more snow to areas further to the north, but warm enough in areas right along the Gulf to see more rain. High pressure dominating the Alaska Peninsula on Friday, which will keep much of the precipitation out of the area for southwest Alaska and much of the Aleutian Islands, but a new system way out towards the western Aleutian Islands bringing rain and snow to the area on Friday. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.